Gemini, this is your April reading. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, for the month of April. It's general, so it's not going to resonate with everyone. If it resonates with you and you would like a personal reading, you can reach me at the links in the description box below. All readings are done by donation, and a donation is required in order to schedule and receive a reading. The amount is entirely up to you, but you got to give something, all right? Oh, if you get offended easily, just go ahead and click off now. Don't say I didn't warn you. And to all of the thumbs down people, glad you could be here. You're getting Mercury and Neptune, Gemini. So interesting. Mercury is you. Neptune is Pisces. Could be dealing with Pisces, or you could have Pisces in your chart. But there is, Neptune is also about intuition and dreams and spiritual experiences. All of that whole thing. I feel like there's a message here to not get carried away, Gemini, in the month of April, especially because I believe Mars is still currently in Mercury, or Mercury's in Mars, however you say that. There's a real you may be getting a feeling that someone is doing something, and you may really want to speak on that and act on that. You do what you do, but I would just be careful. I wouldn't necessarily chalk it up to a delusion. That's number one, because Gemini is so logical, which is a good thing. So you can write, sometimes Gemini can write off your intuition as delusion. I wouldn't, it's probably pretty on point. However, I might wait. In fact, go sit down. If you follow me on Facebook, go sit down, Gemini. You're not going to have to do anything. I promise. They're going to hang themselves. And I just really want to say, please do not write it off as delusion or getting carried away or letting your imagination run away with itself. I don't feel like that's the case at all. I feel like normally with Gemini that's not the case, but I do feel like you have a tendency to try to talk yourself out of these things because you are so logical. Like I said, that's a good thing, but not this time. Again, general, not going to resonate with everyone, and remember that the energies in these readings is interchangeable. So you or someone that you're dealing with could be talking to you directly if you're a cross watcher. Flow and reach out. I believe that's related to the Wheel of Fortune. Reach out. So I feel like recently, very recent past, something has turned, Gemini. Sparked, maybe? Well, nonetheless, reach out. Reach out. Maybe some of you already have, because that's feeling a lot like the current energy. Are you already reaching out to someone? Some of you may be waiting for someone to reach out to you. Flow. Just let it flow. Gemini, I know that I feel like you really, really want to act, right? You really want to say something. You really want to do something. And when you do, Gemini's words and actions are pretty powerful, right? However, I feel like there is this, like you don't have to. You don't have to. Act, react, speak. You don't have to. Just let it flow. If you're waiting for someone to reach out to you, maybe reach out to them. You know, it's going to be different for everyone. I was not intending on pulling this many cards out of that deck, but here we are, and I'm being told to take them. All right. Strengthening bonds. Strengthening bonds. Gemini. Awaiting results. A lot of earth here. But I don't, well, some of you may be dealing with an earth sign. But what I get more than that is that there is a very higher up connection that is manifesting itself in the 3D. Listen. What did I say? Go sit down. Go sit down. You don't have to do anything, baby. Listen, it's already written. High Priestess. Neptune. I'm telling you. You're on point. You're on point. Spread your wings. Spread your wings. Some of you may be coming out of a relationship soon. Whatever you think someone's doing in the dark, Gemini, like I said, they probably are. But I think you're going to let it flow. I think you're going to let it ride. Not like you're just going to let it ride, like you're just going to let it continue. But I feel like there's already something else better for you anyway. Just let it flow. Reaching out to someone and strengthening the bonds. Maybe you've already reached out. Maybe the seeds have already been planted, right? There's an opportunity here for something to come back together and grow stronger than it ever has. But I do feel like it's coming back together. So I do feel like whatever this is for you, Gemini, it's a relationship that I feel like you already know this person. Now, for some of you, that may not be in this lifetime. For some of you, it will be. But I definitely feel like this is something new in the sense that it's never been to this level before, but not like a new person. Spread your wings. Oh, Gemini. Feel like you've had this. 22 may also be significant for some of you. Two in general. But I feel like this is something you've had your eye on for a while. That's why I say, like, there's several things out here that make me feel like this is someone you already know. Again, maybe not in this life, but I feel like this is a deep connection that's about to get deeper. No pun intended. Chatelaine, I think is how you say that. Chatelaine. She who controls the money. Show me the money. She who controls the money. This is where you're at right now. So maybe someone is controlling your money. Maybe you can't get out of a situation. Maybe that's what this is about. Maybe that's why you need to just let them, give them everything they need in order to hang themselves. And they will. They will. Perhaps some of you can't get out of that situation as quickly as you would like because you may have a lot invested there financially. It may not just be as easy to get up and go. Some of you may have recently come up on more money or a promotion, or soon will be. I do believe this is current energy though. You being very stable. There's also a sense here of like, this is maybe why you're able to sort of sit back and let this flow and play out in a way that you maybe never have before, because you are so stable currently. Like, I take care of my own. So what? I'm not getting, even though like I'm seeing some fuckery going on at the very beginning of the reading with someone that you're dealing with, I'm not getting a like nervous or threatened, or I'm not going to say not bothered, because I do feel like it's a bother to some degree, but I'm just not getting like a real broken up feeling. Like, I don't just feel too entirely fucked up about it. You know what I mean? The Devil. Be aware. All right, this is your challenge. This is coming out. This is what the challenge is. So, she who controls the money as the current energy, and the Devil as the challenge. Don't let the money control you. Don't get too cocky, Gemini. Don't get too cocky. But also, I feel like don't be scared to let something go, no matter how long it's been going on, or, yeah. If it's toxic, it's toxic. It's a Queen's coming out. Friend of Women. I believe this is related to the Queen of Wands. Again, that's another card of independence, single energy. It's very sexual. It's very sensual. It's very, you know, it's the card of the widow. Separation, loss, and melancholy. The Three of Swords coming out. Does come out in the reverse position. So I feel like, again, in the recent past, like I said, you know, whoever this is up here doing whatever they're doing, I feel like you have known about it, or at the very least known about their tendencies and their ways long enough where you don't really, like, you've already gotten over it before it even happens. Like I said, I mean, I'm just not feeling too fucked up about it. The Ace of Wands, the gift of passionate power. The gift of passionate power. So the Queen of Wands with the Three of Swords in reverse and the Ace of Wands in the recent past position. Are you feeling yourself a little bit, Gemini? The Two of Pentacles with the Fairy, all right, that's related to the Hanged Man, and it is coming in the reverse position, so change your perspective, all right. With the Seven of Pentacles, wait for the moment, also in the reverse position, and wealth forever, the Ten of Pentacles, also in the reverse position. Okay. The very recent outcome, like mid-month-ish, I feel like you're tired of waiting on someone to change. I feel like you're tired of waiting for someone to come correct. You're tired of overlooking something here, Gemini. You're tired of sort of juggling it and balancing it and trying to justify it. I'm hearing trying to justify it. Especially with that change of perspective. It's like I said in the very beginning, it's like you always try to talk yourself out of this thing. Not anymore. Not anymore. Like it hasn't happened. It's never going to happen. And I'm done waiting for it to happen. It's very interesting to me that it seems as though you are coming out of or wanting to come out of. So either some of you have very recently come out of a situation or are soon to be coming out of a situation and are wanting to, sort of just kind of waiting for things to play out. With one person, that's all Pentacles. Not saying that they're an earth energy, but it's definitely a very three-dimensional type of thing. While up above that, and the cards even come up above that as on a higher level, on a more spiritual level, with this other person, it is all currently coming down to the 3D. That's very interesting to me. See what your overall goal. It's so fucking late or so fucking early. I'm delirious. The Sun. Life's joyful admiration. Now it is coming in the reverse position. Okay, so I feel like I'm gonna get another card there, but I feel like some of you have lost your smile along the way. And shit, I would lose my smile too if I've been waiting on this person over here to change. And especially if I knew they were doing some dirt. And the way Neptune comes here with Mercury, I feel like you don't necessarily have proof, but I don't feel like you need it. Like, I feel like your knowing is that strong. Like, I feel like this is somebody you've been fucking with for a while. Enough to know their patterns, enough to know their ways, enough to know when something is off. I don't feel like you need the proof. It's enough. So, yeah. The Sun comes in the reverse position with the Nine of Cups, happiness. I think you've been unhappy for a long time with this person. And I think you have your eye on someone else, someone that you know is a much deeper connection. And someone that you've known. I do not feel like this is a new person. And if it is, no, I don't feel like it's a new person. And that's where your happiness is. That's your freedom. And you know it. The World, dance in bliss. The World, dance in bliss, coming at a subconscious level. I think you've known something needs to change for a while. I think you've known there's an ending coming. Perhaps, like, that's probably why your Three of Swords is in reverse, because I feel like it's already ended. It just hasn't physically ended, but there's not a whole lot of emotion. Like, there's not really a whole lot of ways to feel about it because it's already been here for so long. It's just now, like, kind of happening, you know what I mean, in the 3D. It's already been over for a long time. With the Justice card. Yeah. Wait for decision. So, I mean, yeah. At a subconscious level, again, that's your intuition. That's that Neptune with that Mercury. That's all through the reading on the one energy. You know they're lying. You know there's injustice here. You know there's imbalance here. And you know that the cycle has been ended. And that's, I mean, it is what it is. Also, some of you may know that you're going to be traveling soon to whoever this other person is up here. Maybe even relocating. Some of you may live with this person that it's not working out with. So that may be moving on and moving out and moving up all together. The Witch, the High Priestess, intuition will reveal, and the Lady, she seeks intuitive wisdom. This is in your advice position, intuition and intuitive. Intuitive wisdom and the High Priestess, intuition, in your advice position. Do not ignore your gut. Stop trying to talk yourself out of it because you don't have physical proof. Don't be an idiot. You know exactly what's going on. The Moon in the reverse position, a turning in the journey. Okay, internal and external. The secret's out. They're still trying to keep the secret, but I mean, I don't know why. Like, they're showing me a poker game. I'm seeing a poker game, like when someone has, what do they call, a tail? You know, when someone acts a certain way, like every time they get a good hand or don't have a good hand or whatever, like that's what I'm seeing. You know this person well enough to know when something's off, bottom line. They think that it's still a secret. Like, they think that they're still getting away with it, but they're not. Apprenticeship, the Eight of Pentacles. I think you were hoping, I'm going to get another card there, but I think you were hoping that it would work out. And it just didn't. But I feel like you're also pretty optimistic about something else coming your way and working on something new. Altogether, the Shaman, related to the Hierophant. Accept the mystery. Now, it is coming in the reverse position, okay? But what I do feel like here, you have, okay, look, you've got two cards of study, right? The Hierophant, the Shaman, that is the card of study. That is the card of wisdom. With the Eight of Pentacles, also the card of study, but at the beginning stages, right? The apprenticeship. This is the master, this is the apprentice. This one comes in the reverse. Very interesting how your cards continue to come out like doubled up like this. And you remember in the first line I said 2s and 22. Some of you may be having trouble, again, not only accepting that you actually know what's going on an intuitive level and you do not have proof, but also some of you may have trouble accepting that there is actually a separate relationship, a separate connection that is on a level that you can't explain. that may be hard for some of you to accept, and that may be why that is coming in the reverse position. Now it is the card for Taurus, but you also have Pisces. You got a lot out here. You got a lot out here. Probably every sign is out here at this point. I'm sure of it. Overall, final outcome, final possible outcome, right? Cruel thoughts, the Nine of Swords, but it comes in the reverse position. Like I said, overall, I feel like you're not fucked up about it. I feel like it's just not stressing you out, and whatever was a bit of stress, which I feel like if anything is around property and finances, if anything, which is understandable, but I feel like you come out of that. No worries, no problem. With the Lady of Swords, she rides the wind, also in the reverse position. So not only do you come out of the anxious state, the anxiety state, the worry, like free and clear, but I don't feel like you're going to have a problem being somewhat cold to the situation. I don't feel like this will be a revolving door for you. I feel like once this ends, that's it. It ends, especially because over here you have spread your wings. I don't feel like this is something you're going to come back to for sure. Bottom of the deck, power rises, Six of Wands. People are seeing you, Gemini. People are paying attention to you. There's something that is radiating about you. Usually, like always, but it's especially right now. People are observing you. Which I want to say that's good and bad, right? Because when you are a light, you are an inspiration, but you are also the target for envy and sabotage. So just be careful with that. You have the Four of Pentacles here in the reverse position. I feel like you're letting go. And that may be what is so magnetic about you currently, is that you are just sort of letting go and letting flow. With the Lovers, you come out in your own reading at the end, as you have been doing. You have some choices to make. You have bigger, better, stronger relationships to strengthen. Where are we at? Okay, we have time. Let's do you and another person. The Three of Stars with the Five of Stars, which is related to the Pentacles, both in the reverse position. One person here, okay, this could be something wasn't working out, and these they were no longer working together in order to obtain the same goal. So they've gone on as to not be left out in the cold. They've sort of just either physically gone on or gone outside the relationship, or mentally sort of just like already let it go. There's a few ways that could be happening or playing out. Also, again, you keep getting this new independent sort of feeling. So somebody has either gotten a promotion, gotten a pay raise, gotten a better job. because the Five of Pentacles is coming in reverse, and you've had quite a few cards related to this new independent stability. So this could be someone that just honestly got tired of waiting around on the other person to pull their weight, or like, you know, work together to make something happen. It kind of feels like, if that's the case, all the money wasn't going into one pot. You know what I mean? Somebody was like doing them, like, my money, I make this money, so I'm going to spend it on me, versus putting it towards the house. Because I'm getting the sense that if you don't live together, you're with each other a lot. Because I feel like this is a long relationship. This relationship has been it's been either way, whichever way it goes, they weren't working together, and so someone goes to work on their own. Like, I'm not going to be left out here in any way, financially, physically, mentally, emotionally. I'm not just going to let you leave me out here. I'm going to go do my thing. If you're not, if that's not what you want, fine, but I'm going to go do me. This person is getting the Eight of Stars, the Eight of Pentacles. Apprenticeship, again, working on something new. Get one more to make it even. The Two of Rods. So I do feel like this person, one of these people has definitely gone outside the relationship. They're working on something new. They're really working it. They're really working it. Which is probably why this person over here is at ease, you know, with going at it alone and becoming financially stable by themselves, not needing the other person to help in any way. It's like, I make enough money. If things go south, I'll be fine. I don't need you. The Knight of Swords. There's been a lot of talk, Gemini. That feels like does everyone know something that they think you don't? That's what I feel like. It's like a lot of gossip and a lot of negative speech. Maybe you heard something through the grapevine, or if you're a cross watcher and this is reverse, you know, maybe you heard something about Gemini through the grapevine. I do feel like someone has very loose lips on purpose. Be careful who you're communicating with and who you're around. Be careful who you tell your business to, because this feels like a real misery loves company. Eight of Rods in the reverse position. I'll show you in the upright, but it's in the reverse. I feel like this person over here has gone out. This is, okay, look, they're already working it on somebody else. And part of what, remember when I said like their tells, their signs, their behaviors changed? Part of it was the way that they communicated, or lack thereof. It's almost like this feeling like they come home and they don't say shit. They just go take a shower and go to bed, or they leave and they don't say shit like, hey, I'm going, whatever, I'll be back, or do you need anything, or nothing, just nothing. Like, there's no communication. Also, someone's erasing messages. King of Swords over here. Yeah, this person over here is just taking it all in. Again, like, you've got the Knight of Swords with the King of Swords. I feel like the Knight of Swords is somebody else. I don't mean like somebody else outside of you. Like that, like we're dealing with two people here, and I feel like this Knight of Swords comes in as like a third person or another group entirely. For some of you, there's this is part of this. That's this person. It's almost like this person is quick to talk shit and spread gossip about this person when they probably fucked them too. And that's your friend, or that's their friend. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man. So what I'm getting here is this person over here. I feel like this is the secretive person. This is the one that's doing the dirt, because I feel like they're like leaving you hanging. They know that they don't want this relationship anymore. They know what they've been doing. They know that it's not going to work. They don't even really want to work on it until, because I do get the sense that whenever you, because like I said, remember I said, I don't feel like this is you're not going to return to this situation. Once you're done, you're done. There's no coming back. Not to say that you won't be civil with this person, but I don't see you giving it another chance, another go. And at that point, that's when they want to come and start feeling some type of way, and I fucked up, or maybe I did want this, but currently they know that they do not want this, and they're just leaving you hanging. They could have said something a long time ago. They could say something at any point, but they don't. In fact, I mean, this is a very like having your cake and eating it too energy. Literally. This may be a marriage. It may be. Again, I feel like that's, for a number of you, that's why it's so important to be making your own money. I feel like that's why it keeps presenting itself. So if it's not a marriage, it's a very marriage-like relationship. But I feel like that's part of the reason, as I said, like if there is a worry, it's over money and property, not emotions and all that, because all of that's already been, this has been a disrespectful situation for so long. All that's left is money and property. Yeah, for a number of you. Okay, the Hermit in the reverse position. Yeah, this person over here is like you're the backup, or they're, whoever this is, this other person is the backup. They don't want to be alone, right? And I have a feeling whoever they are doing their dirt with doesn't really want them like that. Doesn't really want them like that. And they know it. They know it, but they're all caught up. They don't want to be alone. So they keep you in case this person goes, because they know that this person that they're messing with is not like marriage material or anybody that's going to stick around. You know what I mean? They're not at all. Page of Swords. Yeah, there's so much just gossip and spying, and there's some shit over here. And look how, like, remember when I said this person is like, be careful, because this is like a real misery loves company. In fact, I would go so far as to say this person doesn't hit that too. but trying to act like this person's friend. Do you see how, let me see, yeah, he's like holding her down with his foot. So not only holding her down and holding her back, but with his foot, as if you're so beneath me. The Wheel of Fortune. It did come like this, okay? So I would say this is something very karmic. Again, don't get caught in the cycle with the Two of Pentacles, right? Again, we have this someone trying to balance that and juggle and justify. Again, that's what's been coming in between it. It would have been over long ago. It would have been over a very long time ago. With the Queen of Rods in the reverse position and the Six of Cups in the reverse position with the Six of Swords. So basically, you've made me feel like shit long enough. Fuck memory lane. The history, whatever we had, has been disrespected for so long. I'm just gonna leave everything where it is and take my happy ass on down the road. And that's my final decision. Final answer. All right, let's get a couple of these. Wait. That's what it says. Wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. What did I tell you at the very beginning of the reading? Go sit down. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to act or react. Because here's the thing, Gemini. I feel like when you do react, it's going to be explosive. Especially if you do it while Mars... I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Mars is in Gemini. It's going to be really explosive. So just, I mean, shit. If you're leaving anyway, I guess say what you got to say. But yeah, I would just wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. I'm telling you, they're going to hang themselves. They already have. They already have. And if it's proof you're after, if for some reason you need tangible, physical proof in order to fully let this go, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. Just sit back and let them do what they do, because it's coming, all right? When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories that you have shared with those you love. So don't waste it on ugly energy like this, and definitely don't get caught in this revolving door, in this karmic cycle. However, you're probably going to hear me say in every reading, the end of this month and over the course of the next couple of months, we are all cutting out karmic cycles, karmic lessons, soul contracts. It's over. It's done. We did what we needed to do. We served it. And we will be done with it. We're wrapping it up. So that's it. I love you all very much, and I'll see you next time.